Houston, Texas. Now, things are lighting up. There was a group of people on the ground. They were wanting to summon UFOs. They got more than they asked for. We're looking at the video right now. Let's just roll with it. We've got multiple objects illuminating in the sky. We have different camera angles from the group that wanted to summon UFOs. What's going on in Texas? A formation of lights moving fast through the night skies. This was captured around 8 p.m. Texas time. Did anybody see this? We got Brent Cousins here. I want to get his opinions of what we're looking at right now. It looks like a formation of unidentified flying craft. Are these drones in formation? New technology revealed right here, right now, from Texas. A group of summoners. What did they capture? All right, Brett, I want to get your opinions below. This video, we've been looking at it for quite some time. I see no CGI whatsoever. This is legit. Look at the formation below there. That's what I like, Blake. We're looking at multiple angles and multiple objects in the sky. Could these be precision drones? There it is, right there. Take a look at that. This is a great shot of it. Bam. Wow, this is good. Dan and the crew, they're doing a fantastic job on what we're looking at here. You could hear the excitement in the crowd. This was just after July 4th. And is this a formation of drones or something else? Is this military? They seem like they're so connected to each other that they're very precision. And I haven't seen anything like this. We have multiple luminescent orbs, and then you have like dark orbs, and then they kind of counterbalance each other. Are they feeding off each other? Is this some kind of new drone technology? I want to get your guys' opinions below.
Third phase. Third phase.
Exciting times right here at Third Phase Moon. Welcome back, everybody from around the world. You guys are going to like this. We have 3 videos that we're going to go over. 2 from Brazil and 1 from Poland. Let's take a look at this one. This is coming in from Brazil. This is a broad daylight sighting of what looks to be a silvery metallic disc. Broad daylight sighting, just like this, really gets us excited right here at Third Phase Moon. We're looking over very closely and we see no CGI whatsoever. Well, it could be a drone in disguise, but I want you guys to let me know what you think is being captured right here. An extreme close-up. Let's pause the video. Zoom up on this thing. We have Brent Cousins here. I want to get his opinion of what we're looking at. What was captured? Blake, I know drones are being disguised nowadays that you basically can't even make out what they are. They could be shaped into any form you basically could imagine. These guys said they heard no sound, and it was only basically, they said, about a couple hundred yards away.
Third phase.
Again, with the close-up, we see no prop blades whatsoever, no rotary blades that you would see in a drone technology, no flashing green or red lights, but we do see some kind of popping of lights. What are we looking at here? It's really too steady, I believe, as well, to be some kind of mylar balloon just hovering there. There seems to be some kind of wind going on, and nothing would indicate that this would be a balloon. This is something else.
Third phase. Third.
All right, again, the extreme close-up. We're doing the pause close-up again. And guys, I want your opinion. What is this? Quite incredible. Now, let's go to Poland. This is coming in from our friend Maxim Trebo, and he submitted this. And there it goes. Okay, let's repeat the video again. We're gonna slow things down, add a little bit of brightness contrast. What's your thoughts on this? What I like about the end of this video as well is the way this thing either absorbs into the clouds, disappearing behind the clouds, or is it evaporating? What's going on? Yeah, could it be dematerializing? Basically, vanishing in thin air, or do the clouds envelop around it?
Third phase.
Then it's gone. What I like about it as well is if you look under the undercarriage of this thing, it's three-dimensional. It's not basically a round perfect sphere. You could almost see that it's concaved underneath. You see a little bit of shadows, and there's something underneath there. What are we looking at? It looks almost like a flat Gobi Desert. We just received these Google coordinates, and we're going to be exploring this with you. And I think it's the first time you're going to see this location, never before revealed. I've done my homework, and so far I've seen no post anywhere in regards to this exact location in the Gobi Desert that looks like an abandoned industrial park. But when you pull up, what it reveals is some kind of state-of-the-art runway being seen for the first time. Very strange indeed. This thing seems like it has never been used, and it's in the middle of the Gobi Desert. We're doing some wraparound shots with Google Earth 3D, and that looks really good. What's this circular pad and these strange geometric shapes carved in to the runway itself? If this is an airport, there would usually be some kind of command post. Where are the planes? There's nothing to indicate that this is active or in use or has ever been used. But this is something new. What is this circular pattern here and then these strange anomalies? There are many figure eights surrounding the area as well. It's lighting up, and they're very bright. I don't see any circles by themselves, just these figure eights out there. What is the reasoning behind this? I want to get your comments below on what you think is going on here, because what I think we just found right here at Third Phase of Moon for the first time being revealed is some kind of secret space program that is being hidden in the Gobi Desert in an abandoned airport of some sort. Again, we're doing some research and there is no indicators or information coming in from Google Earth in this exact area. So we're going to give the links below to the exact coordinates, and people, do your homework. And if you live in that area, and if you could get close to it, find out what's going on, we sure would love to hear from you, because that's why we're putting out the information. We claim no knowledge of exactly what this location is. We just think it's very strange being out in the middle of the desert there and in this abandoned city.
With you right before we go live, something that was discovered from our friends in Sweden. This is Area 51, and what we have just received right here at Third Phase Moon from a discovery from Sweden. The man wants to remain anonymous, but we're going to shout out the country who discovered this. Thank you so much. Take a look at what he discovered right here. We're going to pull in, and right in this mountain range, if you see this driveway, it seems to lead to some kind of, take a look at this, hidden underground entrance. Possibly are these two entries to a base within this mountain range. We're going to get a closer look and take a look at this, guys. I want to get your thoughts on what we're looking at. Are they harvesting mineral out of this mountain, or is this an entrance to a military base? Some people might say possibly to Hollow Earth. What comes to mind is Bob Lazar was explaining pretty much exactly what this looks like. This is, I think, never before seen Google Earth imagery, a new discovery that we're looking at right now. Is this a possible entrance where they're hiding the UFOs, the flying saucers recovered from Roswell? The flying saucer, is it hidden within this mountain range? Let's see, let's pull it back. We're going to go over the construction of this. This is an image from 2010. Let's go back in time here and see what it looks like in 2005. You can see that in 2005 there seems to be some kind of construction going down, and let's see here. It's not as pronounced as when you go to 2010. People, I want to get your opinions. Here's an image from 2009. And again, I like the 2010 image. Brent's here with me, and he's got a comment as well. But let's see. Let's rotate around and see how this plays out here. This is an interesting formation, to say the least. Brent, what's your thoughts here? Look, I see three openings right here. We got one on the far left of this mountain, and we move in, and we got these larger ones to the right. These twin portal openers, openways. And is it possible that this is where they keep their hidden technology, their experimental aircraft that fly out of these hangars, hiding within the mountain?
Okay, we're on our way to Maui. We hear that there's some UFO sightings going on over there this week. We want to do some on-ground investigation, see what's going on. We got the cameras, everything all packed up. We're going to board the airline. Let's get to Maui right now. Right, the only place you could board a major airline on the tarmac. We're on our way to Maui. Stay tuned. We're gonna find out what's really going on that island. Come on. We've received emails right here from Maui. We just arrived. People have seen lights in the skies. We're gonna meet up with our correspondent right here on Maui. We're gonna rent our car. We're gonna get our equipment ready. So it should be quite exciting. Seen some UFOs right here on Maui. Our driver has just been telling us. Go ahead, tell us what you've seen.
Well, it's over in Kihei at nighttime. Our neighbor across the street called us and said, "You got to come over here." And so my wife says, "What for?" She says, "Just come over here." So she said, "Yeah, okay." You asked her, she was all right. She was an elderly lady. She said, "Yeah, I'm all right, but hurry up, come on over." So we went across the street to an oceanfront property. We looked out on the water, and there was 3 lights out there, one on top of the other and one up to the side. No sound, no motion, hard to tell how far they were because you don't know how big the lights are. But from where we were standing, each light looked about the size of a dime, held out at arm's length. And after about 20 minutes, half an hour or so, the lights changed position. They didn't move anywhere, they just changed configuration.
Right, we just made it to the coast, and this is a desirable place for UFO watching. It's called Baby Beach, and people say they see a lot of strange lights in the skies right above the ocean here. Let's keep our eyes peeled. The mythology that surrounds Maui goes way back, and the legends persist of these lights in the skies. With that, we head back to Kihei, and thinking about what I have experienced today leads me to a story that I want to share with you. I've heard many stories in regards to the UFO phenomenon. Thousands of people have called in, and I've shared it to the world, but I want to share with you my encounter with a UFO, and it's something like this. It happened on the North Shore of Oahu. We lived on the beachfront property on the Laniakea Beach on the North Shore of Oahu. And back in the days, in the 70s, UFOs and alien abductions weren't really the hot topic back then. But wow, when our dad woke us up in the middle of the night and said, they're back. Previously, about a week ago, he said he saw something. So we're telling him, hey, if they ever come back, wake us up. So he did. He woke us up. And we proceeded to go out to the beachfront property right here in a basically setting like this. And our dad said, look out there, there's something shining out there beyond in the sky. We focused in on a light. There was a light out there, and all of a sudden this thing started to go choo, 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 like jumping from one end to the other across the horizon, and that was quite amazing. My dad estimated the speeds traveled by this UFO was basically going about 10 miles a second from one end to the other. But what was amazing too is this thing stopped on the dime. It just stopped. And then all of a sudden, which was really weird, something came off of it and detached from the UFO itself into the Pacific Ocean. A USO, an underwater submergible object, came from this source. This source stayed there and then dropped something into the Pacific Ocean, and then this thing just went toot, toot, and it was gone. It was gone just like that, and it was pretty amazing. So from then on, we were big believers in UFOs. And what was really weird, that night I had a surreal dream. I don't like talking about dreams so much in regards to the UFO phenomenon, but let me tell you, it's kind of strange because that night I had a surreal dream of a massive flying saucer coming over us on the beach front, right like this, and the light shined down on us. It's super bright, almost brighter than without being able to keep your eyes open. And then my dad was with us. It was really windy, just like this, and then we were brought on board. And I don't remember much after that, but let me tell you, it felt so real. So this is one of my UFO sightings. I hope you enjoyed it, and we're going to be getting to more UFO sightings right here in Maui, so stay tuned for that. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here. Third Phase of Moon is all about you, the world, sharing your knowledge, your insight, because let me tell you, the major media is not going to do it. Our governments around the world, they're not going to give you anything either. It's the public's response to this. We are disclosure. And I think it's happening a little bit at a time. And that's why we're here in Maui right now. I want to get more reports from the people that live right here, because because I got a feeling Maui is one of the biggest hotspots for UFO activity. It's quite incredible, so stay tuned for more updates, and it's been my pleasure sharing this little adventure with you right here on Third Phase Moon, and we'll be back. Stay tuned for more. Welcome back, Blake Cousins here at Third Phase Moon. While on Maui, we have been getting reports, photographs, videos, and testimony. Take a look at this. Now our Facebook's lighting up. UFO videos being submitted on a daily basis. I wanted to share our latest with you. Let's get to it. Brian, I wanted to get your opinion on this. This is right at the end of July, and we're getting this from Poland. And this was captured by a man while he's driving in his car, and he managed to capture this pretty good. It's a little jumpy, but still, he seems to capture something that resembles a flying disc in the sky. There's some kind of bright light coming off from the bottom. Brett, what do you make of this? Blake, it's actually a pretty clear video. It shows that this object, whatever it is, it's in the sky. There's no CGI. We have a bright light coming from this object, and he's driving down the highway and getting a pretty good shot of whatever we're looking at.
Now, more footage coming in via our Facebook, captured in Alberta, Canada. I want to get your opinions from around the world. What are we looking at? It does appear like something is shooting straight out of this cloud. We're going to get enhanced photos. We actually have 2 photos who submitted this. It's going around over there in Alberta, but I think it's the first time we've seen this on YouTube. Brett, what do you make of this?
Blake, could this be a positioning of a chemtrail that just basically stopped upon a cloud in the sky, representing something that we're looking at could be an illusion? Incredible videos. If you've captured anything, submit it to us right here on Facebook. I wanted to thank everybody right here in Maui for sharing their incredible UFO encounters and photographic and video evidence right here at Third Phase Moon. Blake Cousins, keep your eyes on the skies, everybody.
We have 2 UFO videos and some breaking news in regards to AI, artificial intelligence, and Facebook. But take a look at this. Captured by the Crazy Red in America. He has almost 5,000 subscribers. Can you tell me what you think he captured over Maui? Due to the explicit content, we had to remove the audio. Alright, before we get to the breaking news from Facebook and the AI artificial intelligence shutdown, I have Brent Cousins here, and I want to get his opinion of what is being captured over Maui. We just got back, and there are many reports of these sightings, of these strange lights in the sky above the Pacific Ocean, just off the coast of Maui. Brent, what are we looking at? Any ideas?
Blake, I'm taking a look exactly where we're at, and we're seeing these 2 peninsulas. I do believe we're in Kihei, and we're looking over the coast right there, and he's capturing anomalies in the sky. We were there at that beach just 4 days ago, and we did see lights. This is a well-traveled area with airplanes, but this doesn't look like airplanes to me. They don't fly in this kind of formation.
Yeah, I'm adding some brightness and contrast and trying to sharpen up the video just a bit, and we see no flashing lights, no aviation indicators that are required by FAA, these flashing lights. We see no flickering. These are basically static in the air, very stationary. I don't think they're drones, Brett. Do you think this could be drone technology? They seem very high up there and quite bright.
If anything, I think they're too far away to project that kind of light being a drone, something that small. If anything, it could be helicopters in formation. That would be my only guess.
they're UFOs in the skies. In my opinion, leave your opinions on what you think it is. Now, let's get to this one. It's our Facebook again, and people are submitting their UFO videos. This is captured by Tobias Ramos. Take a look at this. A jet airliner in hot pursuit of a UFO. Alright, the video is a little low quality, but nonetheless, this is evidence of UFO activity probably about 30,000 feet in the sky, so obviously it's way up there. And whatever this major jetliner is chasing, Blake, this is a great broad daylight sighting, and what I like about it was it caught my eye, that white dot. At first I thought it could have been a bird, but then we realized it's no bird. We're seeing this white dot in the sky that's actually going through the clouds. That's what I like best. It really shows its height. It's really flying away from the jetliner that we see right here. I would like to see what it would look like inside the cockpit of that jetliner. Yeah, about a 30,000 foot high-speed chase with a UFO, some kind of bright orb at least 400 to 600 miles per hour. So this is definitely high speed, and I like the way this thing, or whatever it is, this UFO, cuts through the clouds, and then all of a sudden, Tobias tries to catch a UFO as it comes out the other end of this cloud, but all we see is the airliner. This mysterious orb has suddenly vanished. Now, this is quite interesting. I'm wondering if the pilot's going to report this back to higher command, or is he going to go to Bigelow Aerospace and submit his report, because there's really no place for airline pilots to submit their UFO sightings. Who knows? Maybe the pilot may have captured this on video. Now let's get to this. Coming in from Facebook, Mike Zuckerberg. This is getting quite scary. We have artificial intelligence being shut down right there at Facebook due to the fact that these AI robots are creating their own language that we can't understand. We're designing them, but these artificial intelligence designed robots are speaking in a way that we can't understand what they're up to. Now, this is getting very, very scary, just like the movie Terminator. Brett, any words on this?
Blake, I'm wondering if their communication's nefarious, if there's a plot or a coup to get rid of the human race. That's another thing. I'm not sure if that's what the robots were basically communicating with each other with. Who knows? We really don't know. That's the unfortunate part. And it's a dangerous game playing with AI on this level. And they better have a kill switch if they know what's best for them.
Could you imagine AI robots taking over our planet and dealing with a language that we can't understand? This is the Great Barrier, and this kill switch better be ready. Otherwise, things could get out of hand really quickly. Leave your comments below. Should Facebook be dealing with artificial intelligence? It is an ever-growing world, and technology is our friend or our foe. But there should be a red line. Blake Cousins, keep your eyes on the skies, and if you've captured anything amazing out there, I want to see it. Submit it to us right here.
Welcome back, everybody from around the world. We have incredible UFO sightings that I want to share with you tonight. So let's get to it. This is coming in from my state, the big island of Hawaii, and this is captured over the Mauna Kea. This was filmed by the Gemini Observatory, and what we're looking at is a time lapse from the Gemini. The cloud cam is located on the Mauna Kea. The thunderstorm was north of the observatory on the night of July 24, 2017. There are several gigantic jets captured that night, and the ripples in the sky above the storm clouds are known as gravity waves. These gravity waves are located very near the ionosphere at about 90 kilometers. What we're looking at is something incredible. Could you imagine a jetliner if they were so happened to be flying in this proximity and being struck by one of these things? It is absolutely incredible what we're looking at here. the Gemini Observatory actually captured some UFO activity during this time-lapse photography. So take a look at this.
Control, this is flight. We're tracking 3 fast-moving objects, origin unknown. Control, this is flight. We're tracking 3 fast-moving objects, origin unknown.
What are we looking at? It seems that orb or light pops out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden starts to do some zigzag maneuvers in the sky and then just shoots off. Also, in our last episode, reporting from Maui, I was sharing with you my UFO experience, and this looked exactly like what I witnessed on the North Shore of Oahu in the 1970s. This exact zigzagging, taking off at incredible speeds beyond our imagination.
Flight, this is Control. Do you still have a visual on the 3 objects?
During these massive thunderstorms, I have been saying for many years now that they are magnets for UFO activity, and wow, we're getting it within the same time-lapse photography being captured by the Gemini above the Mauna Kea on the Big Island of Hawaii. For people who don't know what Mauna Kea means, it means the White Mountain. It's quite interesting. Even though we are in Hawaii, it snows up there. The elevation is quite high on the Mauna Kea, and that's why they put these observatories up there, to keep their eyes on the skies. But did they capture some amazing UFO activity during this thunderstorm and this massive jet shooting up through the ionosphere? I'm going to get your opinions of what was captured over the Big Island of Hawaii. I think it's quite incredible. Leave your comments below. On July 27th, UFOs arrived through an interdimensional portal over the skies of Alexandria in Louisiana. Incredible images captured by a couple apparently showing a UFO coming out from a portal in the skies. They were coming back from their job and they spotted a strange ring-shaped cloud in the sky, and which slowly changed into a very spherical ball. The couple stated, "Me and my boyfriend stopped our car on the side and watched the huge spherical ball, which remained stationary, so we had time to take pictures before it disappeared after a few minutes. The strange object under the spherical ball looked very big and did not look like an airplane or a helicopter." These images were submitted to MUFON for further investigation under case 85382. Well, you're sending it to the wrong place, people. Don't send it to MUFON. They're not going to get back to you. They're going to post it, but they're going to hold it for themselves, and then they're going to suppress this or give it to some kind of hidden government agency who's trying to get down to information and keeping it for themselves. So I would stay away from MUFON. I've heard some strange reports as well. As when you submit incredible videos or UFO videos to MUFON, you might be visited by the Men in Black, or they might just suppress the video. You never know. Let's see, these phenomenon is this phenomenon though is interesting. Again, strange formations in the skies, these cloud formations, thunderstorms, they are magnets for UFOs. So anytime you are in an area when a thunderstorm is coming your way, well, be safe, but have your cameras ready, keep a steady hand. And if you capture anything amazing, submit it to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. And don't forget, there's going to be a major eclipse coming up in August. So there's going to be millions of people across America looking up, filming the massive event. So when that goes down and you see something amazing, which I guarantee you there will be, I'm waiting for you.
Holy crap.
Blake Cousins here, Third Phase of Moon, and it's my special privilege to bring with you the world Adventures with Christian. He has a YouTube channel, and he's gone to the ultimate base that's basically top secret. But he's got some guts and a lot of courage. Let me tell you, we're looking at some videos here, and he has close encounters with camo dudes. He's checking out underground bunker bases over there at Area 51, and he's checked out
Janet Airlines and had some close encounters with some camo dudes there as well. And it's my pleasure to bring on Christian. How you doing?
I'm doing very good, and thank you very much.
Wow, you sure went on an adventure. Let me tell you, you're in close proximity to these camo dudes. Let's just get started with that. I see in the video here. Let's just play the video real quick.
I'm gonna go down and make sure no camo dudes tail me. Guys, I've got the camo dudes. Oh my gosh. Look at right here. Camo dudes. Holy crap. Wow.
Encounter with the camo dudes as you're pulling away from the back gate at Area 51. Tell us the details on how this went down, Christian. This is quite amazing.
Yeah, right. That's one of the interesting things about Area 51, and especially, I kind of like to refer to that gate as the third gate, because it really kind of is the third gate, and it's up in the mountains. You really do climb an elevation to get to that gate, and it's just a single road. So it's just wide enough for one car to get up or down. And as you're coming down, I mean, you can see for a good 5 miles. So to have a truck just appear out of nowhere, you know, I'm not trying to say that it appears out of nowhere, but it does. And, you know, as soon as you turn that corner and you're driving and I'm looking straight ahead and I'm filming, all of a sudden the camo dude is just right there. You know, where do they come from? There's no roads leading through there. You know, I've investigated that part to see if they have hiding places or anything. There's nothing.
Which is quite strange as well, because we have other videos where, again, people are just startled. These camo dudes come in their white pickup truck and all of a sudden they appear out of nowhere almost. You would think that there would be some kind of like housing for them or some kind of parking station close by, because within minutes of showing up in that back gate over there, boom, they're right there. And then what's quite incredible, you leave the scene after this, and then the camo dudes are kind of chasing you, but then you think you're alone, you pull over and have a sandwich, and all of a sudden, you see him in your back window. Let's take a look at this video real quick.
All right, everybody, I stopped to eat a sandwich. Do you see in my rear view mirror? The camo dudes are right behind me. I hope you can see them. Wait a minute. All right, look in that mirror. See them right there? Look at that. I gotta go. I don't want to make these guys mad. Oh gosh, I wasn't ready to move. I'm literally eating a sandwich. No, they're not moving. Good. Sorry, guys. I don't believe that. Where'd they come from again? I mean, I came far away from them. Just figured, oh, I might as well eat a sandwich. Stopped in the middle of the road, turned around, and there they were. They're just sitting there waiting on me. Incredible. Alright guys, look at the camo dudes. They're still following me. They're hauling butt. Look at that. Oh my gosh. What are they doing?
Having your sandwich and then all of a sudden, boom, they're right behind you. Were you pretty uneasy? What was your feeling?
Yeah, it was definitely an uneasy feeling, because I drove miles away from where I encountered them when they were going up. I was almost to the town of Rachel, which is, you know, a good little distance from the actual Area 51, you know, the Groom Lake dry bed and all that. So when I was going to head back to Vegas, and I just decided I'm going to stop and eat a sandwich and drink a soda. So I was eating a sandwich, and I look in my rearview mirror, and there they are. And I just thought to myself, what in the world? Why am I so important that they have to follow me and try to intimidate me to get off of BLM land right here, and miles away from their border. So it is a very uneasy feeling.
Sure, sure. And you were there for a few days. Earlier, you were at the gate where the infamous camo dudes are there, and this is the entrance to Area 51, and you see all the surveillance equipment around, and that's kind of interesting as well. But what is really fascinating is when you start...
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
That was actually more uneasy than the mountain gate. Even though the mountain gate, I mean, if something went down, like you interviewed Mac Adventures, those guys that got stopped, you know, and they were searched up there, I mean, there's nobody that's going to come in and help you there. Even on Groom Lake Road, which is the main entrance to Groom Lake, no one's really going to help you there, but you are a little bit closer to civilization. But as I was driving away, it really got dark. You know, even when I was approaching the gate, the sun was going down, and I was trying to explain that. I was trying to explain what was going around me at the time. And again, miles away from the front gate of Area 51, driving back to 375 Extraterrestrial Highway, and I'm out of my Jeep at this time. And I think I panned the camera over to the 375, just showing that there is one car on the 375, because people don't take the 375. And as soon as I turn around, I think I see a truck, and I keep looking harder, and that truck couldn't have been more than 50 feet behind me with its lights out, going about 3 miles per hour.
This is about to get scary. Oh, this is about to get really scary. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm out of here. Yeah, they're right behind me, you guys. See that? They are right behind me. Oh my goodness. And their lights are off. My gosh, this is like complete ET stuff here. Like right on my tail, look at that. I want to start dusting them out. They are driving with absolutely no headlights on. Look at this. Wow, you guys can see.
Now I'm wondering, and I wonder if you think the same, that there might be like an underground base over there hiding these vehicles that just kind of pop up out of nowhere, it seems. Out of the ground. They come out from underneath the ground and elevator up.
But what you just said is something that, I've thought about many, many times. You know, and I didn't say it in the video. And really, until you're out there and you witness it yourself, you really just can't explain, because you're driving along, you're in desert. Like I said, you could see it literally around you forever. It's just almost as flat as can be. There's mountains out there, but you could see for a long ways. And then to have this truck, a camo dude, just up on you that quick. I mean, you know, I think it shows me literally jumping in the Jeep and just saying, I'm out of here. And then saying, I don't want to dust him out because of that artificial dust that they put on the road right there so they could see people coming. And, you know, and I got good shots of him. You know, he wasn't at some times, I mean, I would say he got as close as 20 feet to my rear bumper. And we were halfway down Groom Lake Road, which is 14 miles from 375 to the Area 51 fence.
That sounds scary as hell, because you're out there all by yourself. And
It was, yeah.
you know, these guys are kind of above the law in their own way. They're doing secret things in this space. And I want to get into this underground system, this cave that you explored, but it seems like there's a military operation. Can you tell us? Let's take a look at the video as you enter here, and then we'll get back to what you're thinking.
Look at how beautiful the rock is. There's a bat down there, of course. Trying to get my headlamp on. This is the bar. Oh, the glory hole. Oh, it's too bad, but they boarded this off because it still goes. Oh well, the other one they didn't. There's that bat. This goes probably so deep into the mountain. I was looking back at the portal. Look at this rock, you guys. Look at the veins. That's what they were chasing.
So you saw the video. We're looking at it right now, and we're letting it roll. But Christian, are you nuts? You're going in there by yourself. Nobody knows where you are. Yeah. Who knows where you can end up?
Absolutely true. Yeah, it's absolutely true. That cave goes on for miles, and it actually has 7 levels of adits, which means 7 levels of tunnels. I've been pretty much a miner since the late 80s, so I'm not real. I'm used to going into mines and everything. I worked in an open pit mine, but going into adits like this is no big deal. But what you just said, you don't know where it leads to and what it could have led to. You know, because these tunnels were after Virginia City panned out in 1858. They bypassed most of Nevada and ended up right there in Rachel and started digging right there. Those tunnels go on for miles and miles, and it's right there at Area 51. So maybe if the government tapped into these tunnels somehow, and because like I was telling you, like on the third gate in the mountains, and I actually talked to another person that has a YouTube channel as well, kind of agrees with this, that on that third gate road in the mountain right there, there's no place for those camo dudes to go and to come from. There's just no place for them to. And we both investigated that road. I just came back from there. I was there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And I investigated the road again. There is no possible place, no other road for these guys to sneak up onto that road, which they're doing. How are they getting on that road?
Underground tunnels, they go for miles. Is there a lot of unexplored territory in these tunnels that you have yet to check out?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Miles of it. Miles. Yeah, these tunnels go on for, there's just literally miles and miles of them. I actually bought a map of most of the tunneling that I could get. And it's literally on the bottom, it'll tell the mileage, but it's got 60 miles worth of tunneling right there that they have mapped. And I believe they started mapping that in the 50s, and they stopped in the 80s. So they never got anything in the 1800s to the 50s.
Now, that is absolutely insane. Wow. Okay,
right.
So
yeah.
You're going to have to keep us up to date as you go back and take us into these unexplored tunnels underneath or close to Area 51. And we've got some strange tunnels here in Hawaii, too, I'd love for you to take a look at. But that's another story. Now, let's get back to where you were tracking the bus.
All right, guys, here comes the white bus. There it is. Yell at me for doing this. I will. goes. I don't even know if there's anybody on that bus. He is hauling butt to get away from me. Look at that. The employee bus. He is hauling butt to get away from me.
Leaving Area 51, how long were you out there? Just basically getting ready for this bus to go by. Do they have a bus schedule, or you were just lucky enough to capture this?
Well, in the morning, I knew that the workers start at 8 a.m. and they get off at 4 p.m. So in the morning, I got there at 7 a.m. and I just waited for the bus. So, and you could see that it's just coming along. Now, I wasn't really sure about the bus getting off and everything, and I actually wasn't planning to catch the bus. I was actually coming back from the third gate along Extraterrestrial Highway, and I was coming up on Groom Lake Road, and that's when I caught the bus. That's why it's kind of like a feverish for me grabbing the camera and everything and, you know, taking off after this bus, that bus has power. And I actually, once it did make its way into Alamo, drop off all the workers, it drops off the workers in two places, and then it parks, and that's another story in itself, is following this bus. But I was able to look at the engine, and this is not an engine in a typical bus. I couldn't keep up with this bus going. Yeah, it was hauling butt. Yeah, there was no way of keeping up with this thing. I think I showed my speedometer at one time because I know the bus driver, well, I don't know, sorry. I would assume the bus driver has communications with the sheriff of Lincoln County and says, hey, there's a white Jeep behind me, he's following me. I'm going about 90, so he's probably going about 75. The speed limit along there is 70. Will you pull him over? And there's even places in Ash Springs, which is before Alamo, where you got to slow down to 45. This bus didn't slow down one bit, not one bit. You know, so I was expecting for a police officer to be like hiding behind something and was going to get me. So I just let the bus take off, and I figured I would catch it, which I did in Alamo.
This thing must have like a Rolls-Royce jet engine in it. I've never heard of a bus outrunning. You're going at 90 miles an hour. This thing is stocked. Wow, that's high-speed train in Area 51.
Yeah, you see, when you leave Groom Lake Road and you make that right going towards Alamo, you're going up a good mountain range right there. So he was going up a really good mountain range, and he wasn't slowing down one bit. The engine's a 3408 Cat. So that's the same engine that's in a bulldozer, but it's obviously got a higher Allison transmission. But I noticed it's got two turbos on it. Now, most buses have a straight 6 diesel engine. So this is an 8-cylinder diesel engine with 2 turbos on it. And it was just so obvious by the way this thing was moving. You know, I just couldn't believe it. Because at one time in the mountains, I thought I would try to catch up to it. There was no way. As soon as I got close, he was gone again. You know.
It's like a muscle bus. Wow, that thing, it's more than it appears from where you just look at it. I've seen many photographs and some video, but yours and your description of this is some insight to us right here. That's interesting. Now you make your way to Janet Airlines, and you're taking a look, and you're actually getting video of the Janet airliners in the back. I think there are 3 of them. Let's take a look at this video. The security guard seems like he wants to
duck out of the way from your camera. Take a look at this.
I know there's a total of 6 of them. And there is camo dudes out here.
The security guard.
Oh, the security guard's staring right at us, right there. You see him? Oh, he just went in the building. Just went in the building. Time for us to exit. Because we should have the Las Vegas camo dudes coming after us.
All right, now we're back with Christian. Good capture.
Thank you.
That takes some courage, you know, to be under the gun and dealing with security. And he seems more nervous than you are.
Yeah. You know, there's a saying out there that if you capture a camo dude's face, that they actually lose their job. I don't know how true that is, but from everything I've seen, now I blew up the pictures of when I was coming down the mountain on the third gate. They all had their sun visors towards me, so it blocked out half of their driver's side window. And it also looked like on the passenger side that it was a mannequin with them. So, but whatever they do, any picture I ever get of them, they've either got the sun visor right there or they're kind of holding their hand up in front of their face. So they don't want to be seen for some reason. And it was strange, though, for them to be doing that here in Las Vegas. I mean, right off the Las Vegas Strip. You know, ducking away almost like he was a ghost, you know?
Yeah, I could see the camo dudes out there close to Area 51 being concerned about their identity being revealed. But out there in Vegas, come on, there's cameras everywhere. They can't hide.
Exactly.
They may have been aware of what you're up to, but you did it, man. You did it. You posted your videos up on YouTube. We're going to be sharing your original link, and that's Adventures with Christian. Everybody, go take a look. He's got some wild adventures he goes on around America, but one of my favorites is this one right here, where he visits Area 51. He has, I think, a 5 or 6 part series going. How many videos did you upload on your last adventure?
I believe it's 5, and I've got quite a few more coming. I believe it's 5.
Well, everybody, check out Adventures with Christian. We're going to give the link below. Just click it, and you're on his channel. Subscribe. He's probably going to be going back to Area 51, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. And I just got back, so there's going to be, I've got some really good video. What happened to me the last time, it's much worse this time, what just happened to me this week out there. So, yeah, first some very good video of Area 51, the camo dudes, and the people of Alamo protecting the white bus and the camo dudes.
I would love to do a follow-up with you when you put this out on your YouTube channel. You be safe out there, and you keep videotaping, doing what you do best. This is my pleasure bringing Adventures with Christian right here at Third Phase Moon, sharing it with the world. Leave your comments below, everybody. Definitely give them a thumbs up, in my opinion. This is my pleasure again. Christian, appreciate you joining us right here at Third Phase Moon.
You're so very welcome, and Blake, thank you so very much for inviting me on. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, no problem, man. I'm sure glad you reached out back to me when I saw your videos. I said, I got to get in touch with Christian, and you know, within I think 12 hours, we're doing it. We're doing it live, and that's incredible, getting it out as fast as we are. You stay safe, and Christian, we're going to be keeping in touch. I got your phone number, and we've got some projects we're working on in regards to Area 51 that's pretty mind-blowing as well. So I think we should do an update call, and we'll talk about that. But it's going to be something quite incredible. Christian, appreciate it. Be safe again.
Very welcome, and thank you again. Bye.